Hi. So this is my first little vlog for, I don't know, because it's 15 days. So I don't know how long I'm going to go. I am having a horrible time picking something up, picking something out to read. So I don't know what I want to read. Um, but I was thinking of picking up Illuminae. That's Lumine, I think it is. Um, I don't know. I have all these really nice options. So I don't know. Okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. So I think I'll just do a random number because, okay, I just can't. I'm having a terrible time picking. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, and I also have Cinder, so that would be number 9. So I will pick a dice and see what I get. Hey, hi. This is Pages and Floss, and I'm Josie. If you haven't been here before, if you, if you saw my Galaxyathon TBR, I'm so excited. I couldn't even pick out a book. I did a random generator on Google, and I got 8. So this is what I'm going to be reading. The Town with No Mirrors by Christina Collins. And this is a recent book. It's from 2023. And it has 284 pages. I like to know that because I like to be like, this is how many pages I've read during, the week or the readathon or whatever. So, this follows Zaylee. So, Zaylee has never seen her own face. She's never seen her reflection, a photo of herself, or even a drawing. In the special community of Gladder Hill, cameras and mirrors are forbidden. It's why everyone's happier here. Nobody talks about anyone else's appearance. You're not supposed to think about what other people look like or what you look like. But Zaylee does. She knows her superficial thoughts are wrong, and her sketchbook filled with secret portraits of her classmates and neighbors could get her in trouble. Yet she can't help but think those thoughts and be curious about the outside world, where she once lived years ago. Most of all, she wonders what it's like to see herself, her own face. When Zaylee suddenly finds herself beyond the gates of her town, and she has a chance to see if what she's been taught about the outside world is true, and search for the mother she barely remembers, only then she will find out the real story about Gladder Hill. But is she prepared for the truth? Okay, so I hope I am not blinding anybody with my neon green-ish yellow shirt. I have a Mandalorian scrunchie today. It's just bright green, and it's kind of like it's shimmery on everything. So it looks green, and then it looks brown, and then it looks cream color. I mean, it's all the colors. And I wanted to do a bun today. I am going places, so I didn't want to go too crazy. But I got moon and star today. I wanted to get UFO earrings pretty bad, and astronaut earrings and moon stuff, but I just didn't have time. And this readathon kind of came up on pretty quickly. I had a couple weeks, but I just didn't have a lot of time to get things ready. And So I love these earrings. And anyway, I just can't wait to start reading this. So I will probably put a clip of me reading this in here. I think it will go pretty quick, and since it's only 284 pages, that I can fly through that pretty quick. So I'm gonna join some sprints tonight probably, and maybe even right now. I'll probably start it and do 30 minutes or something. But I gotta do some stuff today. I'm going to knitting today, so I really need to see what I need to do. I need to get some stuff for around here, and I will probably take a walk and take advantage of this weather today because it is super nice here in Illinois, and it is 70 where I live, and it's just great. I am so happy. And so like Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be really nice, and then Wednesday is supposed to be raining, or Thursday or something. So I get a few days that are really, really nice. So I don't want to be not doing anything. But that's kind of me today. So, oh. Hi. Okay, today is Thursday, March 14th, and I did space buns today, and I got my star earrings in, and I did curl my hair a little bit, but it didn't stay very long, and it might be already kind of going, but I put a sticker on the corner of my eye and put my eyeshadow on, and I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did. It turned out so good. And so I did some on my hands. The eyeshadows kind of wore off on my hands, but I did some on my hands. And it's been a lot of fun today. So I did quite a few sprints, and if I keep reading, I probably can get this finished up tonight. So I'm on page 202. Yesterday I didn't read anything. I was gone all day until about 9:30 at night. So I was really pretty tired. And so I'm to the point now where you're learning more about the community. And like I said in one of my previous videos, sooner or later, Zaylee's going to get caught doing all these drawings. What are the consequences of her getting caught? And so she gets caught by a classmate, and he wants her to show him how to draw, or he might as well tell the principal, and then it can go from there. And her grandma ends up finding out that she is doing these things. And so she burns her sketchbook, and Zaylee ends up in the hospital with burns, and she escapes the hospital because throughout this whole book she has been wanting to know the truth of who she is, not only who she is, but what her community brings to the table, even though they have restrictions of, looking at their faces and calling people types of words like ugly, beautiful, thin, slender, those types of things. They can't tell anybody that. And what it means to be a person, and what it's going to look like the rest of her life if she stays in Gladder Hill. She won't ever probably know her mother. She probably won't ever know this. So when she is burned, she goes to the hospital via helicopter. And so now she realizes she is in this town where her mother lives. And I'm up to the point where she makes her way through this weird town that accepts superficial things, and she goes around and tries to find this house, and she gets a little bit of help along the way from some old people she knew, and she's on the news. She has bandages all over. She escaped the hospital, so it's been just so good. I've really enjoyed this a lot, and I think I'm I'm not a huge utopian reader, but I really like this one a lot. And so that's pretty much where I'm at. I think it's 200 and I forget what I said. 278 pages. I think last time I counted the author's note, but I got about 70 pages left or less. So I think I'm going to finish this up tonight, and then I will review it on my Instagram and talk about it tomorrow. And I think I'm going to be getting my pajamas on soon. It's been yucky all day here. It's just been kind of blah, nothing really going on today. And this weekend, I think I'm going to be seeing my niece. So I don't think I'm going to vlog as much. I'll try and vlog a little bit and write reviews and do the Galaxyathon prompts, but I'd really like to spend time with my niece when I can. And my mom I had such a hard time picking out books for this readathon and getting started on something, so I asked my mom, pick a number 1 through 9, I think it was, and she said 1. So she picked the Johnny Depp, How I Stole Johnny Depp's Alien Girlfriend. So I'm going to start that one. If I finish this one tonight, I don't want to stay up too late. I've been really tired, and this spring forward has really thrown me for a loop with sleep and being just really tired at times. So I think I'm going to wrap it up and go to bed pretty soon, read a while, hopefully finishing it up. But I am enjoying this readathon so much. It's been so much fun, and I can't wait for the next one. So I don't think I'll start the Johnny Depp book. Maybe I will. It depends on how tired I am getting. I want to be going to bed at a decent time. So we will see when I get done. But I think that's it for tonight. So happy reading. Okay, so I finished The Town with No Mirrors by Christina Collins last night, and I read the author's note, and she talked about how this idea about the town, Gladder Hill, came to be. And somebody asked me what the setting was, and she says it herself in the author's note that this is a contemporary and utopian novel. And I'm like, I don't know how to explain this besides there's no year, there's no I don't know. So yeah, that's what it is, a contemporary utopian novel. And it is middle grade. It follows 7th grader Zaylee. And she lives in a town where you don't have any mirrors. It's considered superficial. You don't even call yourself beautiful. You don't call others beautiful. You don't call others chubby, cute. The list goes on, okay? And so you just don't. You have no mirrors. You do not know what you look like, and you don't know what other people. You know what other people look like, but they don't know what they look like. And so Zaylee starts doing these drawings. I keep saying paintings. Keep making these drawings of her neighbors and of her friends. And she doesn't think she's going to get, she tries to hide all these paintings she does. And when she is found, when they find, when her classmate finds that she's been drawing these, he might tell. And then her grandma finds out that she's been doing these paintings. And so she goes and burns her sketchbook. And in the argument of that, Zaylee is burnt and she has to go to the hospital. And while she's at the hospital, she's realizing what she looks like, because this town is quite a bit away from Glatterhill. And she is realizing that as much as she wanted to know about that and be superficial for and draw these people and what matters to her in an appearance wise isn't really important. The town and finding that there are mirrors and looking at these mirrors kind of creep her out. It kind of like is like, I want to go home now. But home means to somebody that burnt my sketchbook. Home means this. And she learns, that the principal has been superficial for a long time. And the ending to this and why all this stuff was happening, I understood. I'm not going to share that, but I understood. And it made a whole bunch of sense. And it really got to talk about, this book is obviously about images and what we think of ourselves, what we think of others, and what others think of us. And it's just been a really thought-provoking book. It makes me think, like, what am I thinking of myself? What is considered superficial to me? What is that look like? Is it, what is it? And how has that gotten better, with different things? And how is it still a problem, And so, like, when I was in high school, like, we had Cosmo magazines, and we looked at that. I looked at that all the time. We didn't really have the internet. It was starting, but it was dial-up, so we had a lot of magazines. And you took sex quizzes, and you're in high school, and there's so much feeling like you didn't level up to those things, and you had to level up to gain popularity, but also have friends. And so now it's just changed so much with social media and all that kind of thing. So it's just, very different now than what it was. And I think it puts a lot of pressure on everyone. And Mel Robbins on Fridays, she has she has a list of things on her page. Unfollow Friday. If these things are bothering you about anybody's Instagram account, if they're making you feel these things, it's okay to let it go. It's okay, because there's nothing worse than comparing yourself to somebody else who might not be doing so hot as they seem to look, And I've been doing a lot of frugal things and learning about, like, grocery stores and frugality and all that stuff. And that's what they tell you. don't compare yourself to the Joneses, because the Joneses might be in debt, might be on a verge of divorce, might be whatever. And you think it's going so wonderful for the Joneses, you know? And so that's kind of how it was with self-image and beauty and appearance, and with this book. Like, you really learned how not to do all these things. It's taken away. It's not even a thought. And the reasoning for that was just wow. And so I read the author's note, and the author's note, she talks about what she wanted to put this, what this was inspired by. And it was inspired by Snow White. You know, Snow White is kind of the queen is so, the evil queen is so filled up with her image, and that she does not look like Snow White, and that she's not as beautiful as Snow White. But that mirrors are really in Snow White's life a lot, and what somebody thinks about you, and what the mirror thinks of you, you know, kind of stuff. And I loved how she put it all together. It made so much sense. And it made so much, I just really liked it. And I really liked the ending. And I just, like I said, I just had so many different thoughts. It's a thought-provoking book. It's a book I could put down. It was so fast-paced. And I got it done within a few days. And I really, really enjoyed it. So, I am giving that 5 stars. And I think it's a topic that needs to be discussed about, and talked about, and really openly and honestly talked about. And you don't get that very much. So, you know, the next book I'm going to be getting into is How I Stole Johnny Depp's Alien Girlfriend. And my video, I was editing a little bit last night. It's about 30 minutes. So I think I will put that out today. So it's going to be my first video for The Town with No Mirrors. And The Town with No Mirrors was published in 2023. And it has, I gotta find it again because I did it wrong last time, 278 pages. So I'm going to add that. And my favorite moment of this is when, at the end, when her grandma calls her beautiful. I love it. So, my review template always gives me things like that. What's your favorite chapter? Or what's your favorite, different things. So, it was really good. And I can't wait to get to How I Stole Johnny Depp's Alien Girlfriend. So, see you soon.